Welcome everyone to Brighton Cookery School. Today's I'm going to show you 3 simple dishes. One, we're going to make some fresh pasta, tagliatelle to be precise. The next one will be, I'm going to show you how to fillet that lovely fish. And bear in mind, the seafront is literally seconds behind our workshop. I'm going to show you how to take the fillet off that beautiful fish. That will be also, I'm going to show you how to cook some sunflower or sea asparagus. Depend totally up to the way you want to call it. It's sunflower. That will be cooked with some truffle oil. It's actually olive oil with a hint of truffle oil. And I'm going to show you how to make some a dauphinoise potatoes. Okay. Right. Let's start. First of all, what you need for the pasta, you need 100 grams of 00 flour, which is some kind of Durham wheat flour, a pinch of salt, there you go, a pinch of salt in here, an egg, go for 3 range eggs, will give you a better result, a fork just to limit the amount of mess we're going to create. I want you to mix the flour and the pinch of salt first of all. As you're doing that, I want you to create a hole in the middle, like that. The egg, break it, place it to the center, just like that. With a fork, just mix the egg yolks and the egg white together. There's no need to beat it. We're not making an omelette or anything like that. Mix the egg yolks and egg white first of all. And as you're doing that, incorporate the flour in the egg. Okay, you want to turn the whole thing into some kind of, crumbly dough-looking kind of thing. Right. I'm just doing it, just like that. The next step after that, I'm going to remove my fork as the job or the fork has been achieved. So let's get rid of that, okay? And I'm just going to put my hands in there, okay? So go for it, okay? You want to almost treat it like a stress ball. You want to squeeze it, release it, and that flour has a certain amount of gluten in there, and what you want to achieve is to be able to work as much as you can in order to have the gluten to come forward. And what the gluten does, it kind of preserve the dough, elasticity, and make it nice and succulent. So I'm just going to squeeze everything like that. I'm going to get rid of that using the marble top, and then squeeze it like that. What we want to do is kneading the dough. Okay, as you can see, flour, 100 grams, 1 large egg, and that's it. And I've seen people putting a drizzle of olive oil or milk. I'm not quite sure what that does to the pastry, but doesn't make any difference to me. Right, the next step in here, I'm going to use the machine in here. And we're going to start with a big number in here. This machine costs about, 50, 60 pounds. You can get this online. Go for the Imperial. We're just going to start to knead the dough first of all. So I'm just going to put it through once, just like that. Right, I've got the dough in here. What I've got here, I'm going to put a pinch of flour, just like that. As you go along, obviously, you don't want to put too much, and then realize it's just too many. So the best thing to do is just 1 pinch at a time, okay? You want to be able to handle it with no obstruction. You don't want it to have it all in your fingers. So I'm just going to put it back again through the machine again, pass it through the machine. Fold it just like that, okay? And put it back again. Straight through here, put it back again, okay? Again and again and again. You want to repeat the action until you have a consistency that appears to be more like Play-Doh. That would not taste like Play-Doh, obviously, but I mean the consistency. In other words, homogenized. So I'm going to put it back again, just like that, again and again, okay? As you can see, all the elasticity remains in here. So back again, okay? Again, right. Okay, so you want something that more or less looks like Play-Doh, as I said. Okay, let's put it back again. Again, a few pinches of flour in there, put it back again. And again, just one sec. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna have something that gonna start looking most like lasagna sheets, okay? This is extremely versatile. I mean, from that dough I'm going to be able to create the basis of all my pasta. So from that, technically I will be able to make some ravioli, tagliatelle, spaghetti. I mean, surely you know that, but this goes on. Right, so I'm just going to get that sorted. It takes about, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes until you get the right consistency. So put it back again. Again, be patient. You know, cooking is not about how fast you get. Although it's pretty much entertaining to see that. I put it straight through here. Okay. And here. Oh. Right, you want something that looks more or less like that. Get it? Okay. Put it back again. Flour here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to drop the numbers down gradually until the last number, okay? But this time, as we have the right consistency, I'm just going to put it straight through here. I'm not going to fold it anymore, don't need to do that. So I'm going to put it straight through here, drop it down, okay? Try to have the dough resting in your hand rather than hold it with your fingers because you don't want to stretch it any further. So now that, drop the number, press it, put it straight through here, in here, drop in one side, make sure the holder doesn't tangle with itself again, put it back again, drop it again. Okay, check this out. Let's get it large. Very good. Okay. Put it back again. Okay. Straight through here. Alright, check this out. Wow. Right. Almost there. Almost there. There you go. Straight through here. Okay, there we go. Last number. Remember guys, size is irrelevant. Put it back straight through again, there you go. Okay, move the ball. Voila. Okay, right, we have something that looks more or less like lasagna sheets, okay? Check this out, look at the size of that. Right, I think we must, I think I'm going to cut it in half. Just like that, knife in here. Cut it in half, okay? Making sure there's flour everywhere, okay? So as you can see, make sure all the indesirable little bits in there from your fingers doesn't end up in a lovely lasagna sheet in there. Right, the next and the finale. I'm going to use one of these cutter. One is actually tagliatelle. The other one is capelli di angelo, which is angel hair in Italian. Slightly bigger than vermicelli, but smaller than a spaghetti. So it's kind of between. Well, very good for soup and so on. Right, I'm going to put it on the right hand side just like that. I'm going to use the same handle using the right setting. Then I'm just going to take these pasta in here, face the machine. Okay, you don't want to work on the side like that, although it looks pretty cool, but I mean, this is not what we're going to do. We're going to face the machine in there, and I'm just going to start to rotate in there. I'm sure you all have an idea of what I'm going to do now. I'm going to throw the machine in here, drop it gently, okay, change hands, okay, halfway through, I'm going to put my hands in there, raises, just like that. Okay, if I do this too early, everything's going to slide towards one side, so just like that. And guess what? I'm going to use this organic, homemade pasta dryer. I'll show you the way it is. There you go. Just enough. Drop one here. Put it in there, and I'm just going to make some space between each tagliatelle, just to speed up the process of drying. Pasta always gets better when it's slightly dry. Okay, I'll go with the other side, the other ones also. There we go. Little, making sure everything is nice and clean. Starting to rotate the handle, drop it gently. Okay, put my hands halfway through. There you go. Speed up. Put it in there. Thank you very much. Here you have pasta, homemade